everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and spend the day with me exploring Paris. But it's not the very known landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, neither is it the Champs-Elysees, nor the Louvre. It is actually the Cité economy. And while you're spending this day with me, you're also going to discover and learn something new, something mind-blowing, and something that shows us how the world works and how the economy works. So my day actually started pretty simple by taking the train, then the bus to arrive at Paris because I did not want to be late. So that made me arrive early. So instead of actually waiting, I decided to take a short walk to La Rentorche du Parc Morsum, and right next to it was the Parc Morsum, which is a free park, no ticket and no entry fee. And honestly, that's one thing I love about Paris, because you get to explore it without paying too much, because they're really nice spots that are actually free to the public. Then of course I had to return back to the museum, and this is where the story begins, where you get to learn something with me. So first, before, this mansion was actually like a private house or a private home for a very wealthy banker whose name was Emile Gaillard. Then after his death in 1919, the Bank of France bought it. And apparently what I learned from that guide is that when they bought it, anybody who had shares in the Bank of France could automatically use this place to host events. But after 100 years, which is in 2019, the Bank of France decided to use it for something else, which is to open it to the public and teach them about the economy. So the tour didn't begin with what you're seeing on the screen, but began with something else, because unfortunately I couldn't take the video. I'm sorry. Okay, so beginning, we spoke about the story of a very famous British designer. In 2011, he tried to actually build a toaster from scratch, but then later he realized that even simple objects depend on huge global production, because at the end of the day, cooperation is important. And then yes, so the tour then continued with we playing a game where we all had to prepare to go to the beach. I don't really want to go delve deep, because then it will spoil the fun when you decide to go there. But the whole game was teach us about cooperation. So then, as you can see here, we after learning about the agents of the economy, we decided to play a game where we tested our own knowledge to know if we know about the people around us, what they got, the role of the government, the role of the bank. And it was quite fun because I learned a lot of things. There were things that I already knew, things that I didn't know. That I was really shocked about was about the roads. If you know, there's actually the highway and there's actually the normal road which you find in front of your homes. Apparently what I learned was that the highway, like the highway is actually constructed by the government, but the roads that are in front of your homes, you actually pay a percentage, which was actually shocking to hear. But okay, so then after this whole series of learning about the economy and about our environment, the tour guide then went ahead to show us a different game, which was as we actually listening to instructions before we do what we're supposed to do. And the instruction was to actually first catch the small fishes, then the big ones. And people who didn't listen failed. So what I personally learned was that you need to listen to instructions even if you're working with a group of people. So then, as you can see, the place is so beautiful. We went ahead to tour the bank, the place that had the money is something I'm interested in, but unfortunately we couldn't really tour it because of time. So we went ahead to play again. Yes, we had so much fun. First went to a photo booth where we could take photos, and this time it didn't come normal, but it came as we being on a banknote. Then here we went to make our own money. Unfortunately I couldn't design a lot because we were late. Then I took the train, went back home. Of course I was so hungry, so I got something to eat, enjoyed my view as you can see. And yes, thank you guys so much for spending the day with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and of course don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Please subscribe, and thank you. Bye, stay blessed.